The rise of blockchain. How is this technology changing the world? Most of the people connect blockchain with Bitcoin, others with Pi network or other cryptocurrencies. But behind all the buzz and complicated terms, there is a simple idea: trust through technology. Blockchain is one of the most powerful inventions of our time. It is quietly reshaping how people share money, data, and even identity. To understand why it's so important, let's take a simple journey into what blockchain really is, how it works, and why it's changing the future. What exactly is blockchain? The word blockchain sounds technical, but it's actually quite easy to understand. Imagine a notebook that records every transaction or event happens. Who sent money? Who receives it? And when it happened. Now imagine that this notebook is not kept by one person or a bank, but shared across thousands of people around the world. Each page of that notebook is a block, and when a new page is filled, it is linked to the one before it, forming a chain. That's why it's called blockchain. This chain of information is stored across many computers called nodes that all work together. No one person or company owns it. Everyone can see the records, and once information is written in the chain, it cannot be changed or deleted. That is what makes blockchain special. It's open, it's secure, and permanent. How does blockchain work? Let us use a simple example. Suppose you want to send digital money to your friend. When you start a transaction, it is broadcast to many computers around the world. So these computers check to make sure the transaction is real, that you have the money, and that you are sending it to a real person. Once the transaction is confirmed, it is packed into a block of information. That block is then connected to other blocks that came before it, forming a long, unbreakable chain of data. The most important part is that no one can secretly change or delete words on the chain. Everyone in the network can see the record and confirm that it's true. This means that people no longer have to rely on banks, companies, or middlemen to keep their data safe. The system itself keeps everyone honest. Why blockchain is different? In the traditional world, banks and governments control money and information. They store data in their private systems, and people have to trust them completely. If those systems are hacked or corrupted, all the data can be lost or changed. Blockchain does things differently. It spreads the data across thousands of computers, making it almost impossible for hackers to attack or for one person to cheat. Because it's decentralized, there is no single point of failure. Because it's transparent, everyone can see what's happening. Because it's secure, information cannot be changed once it's recorded. Blockchain gives the power back to ordinary people instead of keeping it in the hands of a few institutions. Blockchain in everyday life. At first, blockchain was mainly known for powering cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but today it's being used in many other areas of life and business. In finance, it allows people to send money quickly and safely without needing a bank. In healthcare, it helps store medical records securely, protecting patients' privacy. In supply chains, it tracks where products come from, making it easier to confirm that items are genuine and not fake. In education, it can verify academic certificates to stop forgery. In voting systems, it can make elections transparent and fair. Projects like Pi Network are even taking blockchain further by adding a human layer, a network based on trust and community rather than power-hungry machines. Blockchain and the environment. One of the biggest criticisms of early blockchains like Bitcoin was that they used too much electricity. This caused high energy use and environmental concerns. But new systems like Pi Network are proving that blockchain can also be eco-friendly. Instead of using machines to create trust, Pi uses human trust through its security circle feature to secure the network without wasting power. This shows that blockchain technology is evolving, becoming greener and more efficient as it grows. The power of trust. As its core, blockchain is not just about technology, it's about trust. For centuries, people have relied on middlemen like banks, layers, or governments to verify that things are real and fair. Blockchain replaces those middlemen with code and mathematics that everyone can see and verify. This changes everything. It means to people who have never met can safely do business with each other. It means data can be shared without fear of manipulation. It means communities can build systems based on fairness and transparency instead of greed. A glimpse into the future. Many experts believe blockchain will be as important as the internet itself. Just as the internet changed how people communicate, blockchain is changing how people trust, trade, and share value. In the coming years, it may become the foundation for new financial systems, social networks, and even governments. Countries and companies around the world are already exploring how to use blockchain to make systems more transparent, fair, and efficient. The most exciting part is that this technology is still young. We are only beginning to see what it can do, and it's already transforming industries everywhere. My final word is that blockchain is more than just a digital tool. It's a movement towards a fairer, more open world. It gives people control over their data, their money, and their future. It's a technology built not on greed, but on cooperation. Not on control, but on connection. Not on power, but on trust. In a time when so many of the digital world is filled with lies, scams, and broken promises, blockchain offers a new kind of hope. A future where honesty is built into the system itself. So, the next time you hear the word blockchain, don't think only about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Think about freedom, trust, and a world where technology finally works for the people, not against them. Think about freedom, trust, and a world where technology finally works for the people, not against them.